Hey, hello. I'm Ethan. I hope I have everything set up well. Also, apologies about backgrounds. It was very bright, and then there's a lot of Star Wars paraphernalia, which probably isn't the most professional thing. Um, but this is the best spot I'm gonna get here. And then also, I lost my headphones, unfortunately, so I told everybody else to be quiet. I don't think we'll have any issues. We should be fine. Um, let's see. So for this project, um, basically, we went over what the overall project is. It's like the candle station kiosk posted right outside of a candle store, and the purpose of this is basically to protect customers and employees from overwhelming scents and different fragrances mixing and creating undesirable scents and like scent fatigue and different just a number of things of issues. This kiosk station would give you the ability to be able to sample certain like a specific scent that you would like to try, but in a very controlled manner. It's not going to be a candle on display. It's not going to be like a spray that's just sprayed at you. It'll offer a little tab that you could smell, or like a little film that you could smell and dispose of. Um, and I feel like that's the best way to go about it because if it sprays a fragrance, it would take a while for that to dissipate. And let's say there's other customers next to you trying other scents, and it'd just be the same thing as walking into a candle store, maybe even worse. So we started off this project. Let me move myself out of the way. We started off this project creating a pitch, which is essentially what I just gave you now. It wasn't my pitch word for word, but there it is. It's called ScenterStation, by the way, the kiosk station. And so after the pitch, I had a good idea of what product I was making. So I went ahead and created crazy eights for each page that I thought of. I ended up coming up with other pages. There was another sheet of crazy eights that I made, and I don't know where it went, but maybe I'll find it. Um, let's see. Yeah. So then after the Crazy Eights, I started the wireframes right away. And as I was creating the wireframes, I went and created the style guide because I know that's a good habit to get into with organization and when it comes to working on teams. Um, so everybody's on the same page. You have the grayscale, you have typography, icon packs, button packs, grid templates. Um, so here are the wireframes that I created for each page. I knew I wanted them to scroll, so I had this cut off a little bit. It's here as well. Unfortunately, I'll go over that a bit in a minute, but um, yeah. So this is each page that I have for the wireframes, and then I'll switch pages and show you here instead because the style guide is here. But after the wireframes, I went to create prototypes, and um, the actual prototypes, I first created a mood board for the assignment, and then I added some more, additional aesthetics to help me, and figure out what it is exactly, like how my product's gonna look, and I have grid templates, more icon packs, button packs. This is just everything that I've used from other people, and components. I realize components are very helpful and efficient and kind of necessary, or they're a necessity when working in Figma, um, just to make things easier for yourself. So everything here, this is obviously stuff that I pulled from online communities and just edited to fit my design, and which I think it came out very well. Um, like here's the final aesthetics. I did prototype each one, so I'll demo that right now. once it loads again. Sorry about the lighting. Only light in this room is behind me, which isn't helpful. Um, yeah, so let me full screen and then fill the screen here. So this is the main page. You could scroll. It's cut off down here, so you could tell that you're able to scroll. What I was saying before is you can't tell that you could scroll sideways or scroll horizontally, really. You could sort of tell, I guess. You could just try it, but there's nothing indicating. There's no typography. There's nothing being cut off. There's no reason a customer would just assume that you can scroll. So I do want to go back and change that. Each row is prototyped to scroll. Um, so then you could go here. This tells you, press a candle for details. Um, this is the search. So let's say you type in floral for a floral sense, and then you go and search. Um, Brings you here to the search page, and it has your search results here. And it gives you other suggestions down below, just like the first page. And yeah, so you can scroll through, see what you like, look at all the floral scents. You can choose one. Geranium leaf. I did prototype each one of these candles to have their own background according to, the color of the candle, just to make just it looks better. Um, each one having its own aesthetic, the red buttons, the red background, the red search bar, everything. Um, However, yeah, I want to keep this other information, like the non-accessible or the non-interactive information, like this is going to remain black and not red, such as these. So that's how you could kind of differentiate that. The back arrows will always bring you back to the main menu. You could also go to your cart, or here, let me do this first. You can add these items to your cart if you like it. You can sample to get that film to test whether you like it or not. Or you can go on to the next one. You have since you're looking at floral scents, you have other floral scents being suggested to you. And if you wanted to change that, you can just search in the search bar or go back to the main menu, browse, um, add to cart. You can go to your cart and you have your options here. You can remove things if you don't want them anymore after, you know, seeing how it's totaling up here. You can choose cash card, whichever payment method you like. Yeah, and then going back will bring you all the way straight back to the main menu again. But yeah, this was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching and listening. Thanks. Pause.